Welcome to NTV. I'm Soleil Guayo.
And I'm Madison Pascarillo.
During this episode, you'll get to meet some of our talented peers and explore different aspects of what they have to offer. Here to start it off, we have Salma Danelsa and Ariana with In the News.
Hello, my name is Salma Valenzuela and I'm a senior here, and today I will be asking Mr. Q some questions about Northside.
Hello.
You ready?
Yes.
Okay. Question number 1. What are 3 things that stood out to you about Northside?
So the 3 things that stood out to me about Northside is definitely the diverse population within the school, especially amongst the staff members, because going into a workforce where there's people that look like you, that gains comfort, and basically I'm just excited when I come into school and I see folks looking like me.
Yeah.
And 2, definitely the students. Like the first day when I was here, I already felt the comfort within the students, and I was a bit nervous because it's like working with 12th graders, and I'm like, they probably want to give me a headache, but actually it's the actual opposite. Like I love every of my students. And 3rd would definitely be the mission, where it's this whole idea of preparing students to basically choose their own college or university of their choice. When I was in high school, I didn't have that option. And being in a school where I'm able to do that, that's just the best feeling ever.
Oh, that's nice. Okay. Do you have any advice for students who are struggling in school right now?
Don't quit. I know it is hard, and I know it's not easy, and I know sometimes work may be boring and all of that, but just know that the teachers are here for you. When we give out material, when we give out quizzes, it's not to harm any students or to fail you. It's actually to see your ability and prepare you for college, because that is our mission at Northside.
Yeah, you want the best for the students.
Yes, I do.
Outside of school, what other hobbies do you do?
So yes, although I am a teacher, but outside, when I'm outside of this school, literally I'm a whole different person. I'm a dancer. I like to write, so I literally do journal entries every day. I also like to watch movies that I'm like basically need to catch up on. And I like to cook sometimes, so I like to experiment in my kitchen. So it's...
What's your favorite thing to cook?
Oh, so it's a meal called yassa from my country. I'm from Senegal, by the way, and it's a chicken lemon flavored meal, and it's with onions and with white rice. Yeah, it's delicious. I should cook that today, actually.
Thank you, Mrs. Q, for taking the time out your day to do this interview with us. It was very informative. Like she said, don't quit, never give up hope, and thank you for watching. Now back to you.
Hey guys, my name is Danelsa, and today we'll be backstage at the rehearsals for Northside's Winter Plays. The plays this year are going to be Cliques, which is based on Mean Girls, and Tribes, which is based on Lord of the Flies. I've been on past plays, and I will be showing you guys around. Jasmina, tell us a little bit about your character.
Well, I play Katie in Mean Girls, and she just moved from Africa to, a city, and she's kind of just new, and she's trying to fit in, and she only meets a few new people, and then she meets the plastics, obviously, and it just gets very crazy.
Is there any special scenes we should be waiting for in the play?
Definitely the Christmas show. It's probably the funniest scene and probably one of the most best scenes ever in the whole play and show.
So how do you feel about the cast? Like, how's the cast of this play?
It's a good cast. Like, they're funny.
You get along with them?
Oh yeah, totally get along with everyone.
If you could choose one person out of the whole school or cast that you would say is your biggest influence, who would it be?
Justine.
Justine.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Cause I've seen her act last year, and she's a really good actress. So,
Aww.
yeah.
Well, thank you so much. Hey guys, so we're here with Brian. Brian, tell us a little bit about your character in the show.
In Cliques / Mean Girls, I play Aaron Samuels, and he's a jock in school.
How do you feel about the cast? What's your connection with the cast?
I feel like there's people in the cast that I didn't really communicate with as much as I do now, so I'm growing to gain more friendships as rehearsals go, and I like that a lot.
Is there anyone you admire?
I would say that I admire Nashley.
Nashley?
Because I feel like she's really getting out of her comfort zone, and I admire that a lot.
Hi guys, I'm here with Adrian, and he's going to be telling us a little bit about his role. So, who's your character, and what do you like about playing?
My character is Ralph. He's the protagonist in the play, and I like how he's mostly a fearless leader, trying to find himself in a way, what his role in the tribe is supposed to be.
Do you think you have any connection to Ralph in your personal life?
Not necessarily, besides the fear that comes into it. you know?
Should we be expecting anything special from your character?
Not necessarily from my character, probably from others.
Hi guys, so I'm here with Arte and he's going to be telling us a little bit about his role. Who's your character in the play?
In the play, I play Piggy.
So who's Piggy? Tell us a little bit about him.
So Piggy is a character that is about, I would say, 12 years old, around that age. And he's one of those kids that likes to act smart around people, but at the same time, he's a good character. And he's trying to be like one of those good people out of the whole group because he's trying to see the positive side of things.
Hello Northside, my name is Ariana Torres. Today I'll be reporting on one of the most pressing issues of the modern world, climate change. Climate change is the change in climate patterns on a regional or global scale, a change largely attributed to the increased levels of carbon dioxide produced by the use of fossil fuels. Living organisms, including ourselves, face new challenges for survival every day.
On September 20th, 2019, millions of people around the world protested on the issue of our current climate crisis. In Lower Manhattan, participants in the climate strike assembled at Foley Square and marched to Battery Park. People from all age groups and backgrounds demanded transformative action be taken in order to address this issue.
Coastal areas are really being affected by climate change. Probably in a higher socioeconomic place, you're not going to have as much change, but we will feel it when food starts to cost more.
My biggest fear is what's happening now, like watching our planet suffer, watching people suffer. That's really been what inspired me.
They think of denial as a policy, in my opinion, and I think that denial is very, very toxic and can be very dangerous in politics.
Climate change affects the entire planet and all living organisms that reside on it. The Earth will cease to exist if action isn't taken. Students of Northside, what will you do to combat climate change?
Well, that was informative. It really is such a shame you missed the march so late. It was fun, especially since that was my first one. But I will admit that some parts of it were a little anxiety-inducing.
Speaking of anxiety, why don't we go with Justine to the social emotional learning segment?
I wanted to give you guys some suggestions on what to do if you're feeling down or notice a friend in need of help. You can do things such as exercise, speak to an adult or a counselor, and don't forget to reach out for help. You can talk to your friend and check up on them and offer them help and resources.
Hi guys, it's Justine. Today we're going to be talking about certain topics concerning mental health, starting with social media and school and how it affects the youth.
Hi, I'm Miss Liz, and I'm the mindfulness teacher here at Northside Charter High School.
Hi, my name is Jesus, and I'm a freshman.
Social media is both a positive and a negative for mental health, right? So the positives are we can feel connected to people we don't get to see on a regular basis. We feel like we know what's going on in the world. We feel like we're up to date, up to the minute. We have a creative outlet to express our own opinions and thoughts and share. These are all beautiful, wonderful things. The negative aspects of it are, as much as we may feel connected, we're not actually connecting with another human person. We are connecting through the interweb, through technology, and therefore actually isolating.
Social media affects mental health by seeing people that's very high, higher than you, and like they're looking better than you, and it's like you're like, wow, I can never get to that expectation. I think that taking some time away from your phone and from like all technology is a good way to prevent dangers, and like also parental restrictions too.
I think self-regulation is kind of important right now. Giving yourself some deadlines on like, I need to unplug, making that choice. I think taking a break from whatever platform is your media of choice, your vice, right? So whether it's Insta, the Gram, the Snapchat, the Facebook. When I say the, I know I'm like old with the Facebook, but I think taking a break from that is really important.
The stress, I feel like I'm not really stressed out in school. I feel like as long as you're organized and know your responsibilities and you do your responsibilities first before having fun or going anything extra, I feel like it's like stable. I feel like teachers out here really do help you. So if you're feeling a little down, if you're stressing about something, you can honestly communicate to teachers and they'll really help you.
I think it's actually had a good effect on my mental health because rather than letting myself drop, I take the challenge and I encourage myself to continue harder and harder.
Remember, if you or a friend are struggling with certain issues, don't hesitate to speak up and ask for help.
Hello, Mr. Vance.
Hey, Jalen, how's it going?
I'm good, how are you?
Very well, thank you.
So, can you tell us a little bit about your role as a leader of school culture?
Sure. Generally, it requires me to try and keep the environment and the culture really fun and inspiring here at Northside. The responsibilities include planning advisory with Miss Gallagher, planning a lot of the events, assemblies, pep rallies that take place at Northside, in addition to overseeing a lot of what goes on with our clubs and extracurricular activities as well.
So, can you tell us a little bit about why you think it's essential to, the whole education system to have clubs and extracurricular activities available?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously really an integral part of Northside, but I think it's just in general for a school to have extracurricular activities and clubs. It really helps to inspire the students.
I think that's the most important thing in education. Do you wish everyone would be have that available to them?
Well, like I said, I think it's an integral part of Northside. I think we just have a model for the athletics program and for our clubs and extracurricular activities that just works really well for us. And so I hope we just continue to keep doing what we're doing.
Yeah, I want to see other things in store with other clubs.
Yeah.
So what do you think students need to do to get active into this or be noticed by these clubs?
That's a great question. I think one of the best things they could do, and the advice that I often give a lot of our students at Northside, is to keep your eyes and ears open. Generally, when a teacher wants to start a club, they'll put up flyers in the hallway, maybe they'll create a bulletin board, like our GSA club, our Gay Straight Alliance, has a bulletin board up right now in the hallway, advertising their club. Often they'll make announcements. So it's really important just to sort of be aware of some of the things around you, because often they have descriptions on how you can get involved. You can also always ask a teacher. Our teachers, obviously, they know what goes on at Northside. You can always talk to me, our athletic director, Miss Marsala. There's plenty of people who you can reach out to who'd love to talk to you about what you're into and how that might fit into one of the clubs or activities at Northside.
Lastly, can you tell us a rundown of the clubs that we have?
Absolutely, I can rattle off some of those for you. The Performing Arts Club, which is the talent show, the winter plays, and the spring musical. Obviously, we have our robust championship athletic department. We have cooking club, video game club, hiking club, GSA, men's club, in addition to a lot of other things you can get involved with, like student council, the Northside Ambassadors, Honor Society. Those are just a few of all the really cool things that are going on at Northside.
So what happened? You gotta wrap up the last segment.
Wait, what?
the last segment we just showed them, you have to close it out. You have to wrap it up.
What segment is that?
You're kidding me, right?
No, I don't know.
Jalen in the video game club.
Oh, Jalen. Remember when he...
Stop. Anyway, please allow us to introduce Kayla and Melissa, who will be letting us know all about the sports achievements of the past school year and their expectations for the coming seasons.
Hey Northside, my name is Kayla Colazo.
And my name is Melissa Castro.
And this is Northside Sports Center. We'd like to begin with a huge congratulations to last year's boys varsity basketball team and girls varsity softball team on 2 championships.
And shout out to all the students that tried out for this year's fall sports, such as soccer, volleyball, and basketball.
Thank you, Ms. Marsala, Ms. Dahlhaus, and Ms. Rishipple for such amazing coaching.
Today we will discuss what to expect from our next generation of students athletically.
Hey Rasan, can you give us a brief description of your Northside athletic career?
Yes. Freshman year, I only played basketball. My sophomore year, I decided to try baseball. I also did basketball as well. My junior year, I decided to try soccer, and I also played basketball, which we ended up winning the undefeated championship. And my senior year, I'm just going to play basketball to close out my 4 years as an athlete.
Can you tell us, as an incoming freshman, what did you expect in athletics?
I'm not going to lie to you, I expected it to be a little easier, but that was not the case at all.
What do you believe helped you develop as an athlete?
As an athlete, I believe my work ethic, my competitiveness drove me to be better, yeah.
Our final question for you. What do you expect from the next generation of students athletically?
Athletically, for the next generation, I just hope that they continue the culture that was grown here at Northside, and I just hope they work hard.
Hi Kaylee, can you give a brief description on your athletic career at Northside?
When I was a freshman, I played softball and I didn't play volleyball, but we won the championship and I'm currently a sophomore and I play volleyball.
What do you expect from yourself as someone who's a part of the next generation athletically?
Since I've been playing sports at Northside since I was a freshman, I have all these years to correct my skill and make it perfect, and I can also teach all the freshmen that are upcoming what they need to work on.
How do you maintain your grades in school while being on teams?
Since I'm a student athlete, I have to make sure that I'm always on top of my stuff and that I plan ahead, and when I get home from practice, I always study and make sure that everything is done, and of course I always have to get to school on time.
Any advice for upcoming freshmen?
I would say to always try out.
Thank you for tuning into Northside Sports Center with Kayla, Melissa. Now back to you.
Hello, my name is Jason Diaz-Cruz, and this is NTV's Roundtable Debate. Today we are here with our guest,
Miss Whitney,
Arte, Romario,
Anthony
F. What are your opinions about police brutality?
Police brutality is a very double-edged sword, especially living in the United States as well as New York City. There are many instances from the large scales that result in death and even small microaggressions like we've seen in our policy of stop and frisk. I don't ever think it will go away. It's one of these natural things that because of this capitalist country, there's always going to be a have, there's always going to be a have-not. There's always going to be those who have power and those who don't have power, the oppressed and the oppressors. And it's a scary thing that exists, but sadly, I think it's always going to be there. We just have to empower ourselves and be aware of how to fight this particular entity that we deal with.
I also think it's a very controversial subject. Yeah, the police are supposed to enforce the law, but they're not supposed to enforce it to the point where they're doing illegal actions themselves. And that's what they're doing. They end up killing someone because they did something, they didn't even do anything wrong. But they end up killing that person because they think that they have all this power entitled to them just because they have the name officer.
Police brutality is a very delicate topic because I feel like police can do more to control their policemen and to have more laws for them and not for the people. I feel like there needs to be more requirements to be police officer because this is out of control. Because they can do so much of what they want, like Arte said, because they have officer in front of their name.
I feel like America as a country is built off racism. And although it may never go away, we must fight in order to help change it. So I feel like our only way to counteract this attack against us, minorities, is to do a more invasive background check on the police officers, more situational training in the way of how to deal with people and what to do in certain circumstances.
We have heard a lot of solutions and opinions based on police brutality, and hopefully we will get justice as a community. Back to you.